Hi, Object Show friendos. Hope you're all doing well, feeling awesome, or as awesome as you can be, and taking care of yourselves. I didn't say that in the order I usually say it, but it doesn't matter. The sentiment still is exactly the same. It's the same three things, it's just a different order. Good start, good intro, Mikey. Good intro. Yep. Welcome to another episode of Object Show Roundup. We've got a fair few things to talk about today. As per usual, there is never a dull week in the Object Show universe. Never. I do just want to start though by saying thank you to everybody for the absolute mound of support on the last Object Show Roundup video. Thank you so much, especially the Flaws peeps. The Flaws peeps came out in force in the last episode, and you really gassed me up because, well, I gassed Flaws up because it looks amazing. So you better believe I will be right there when the first episode of Flaws comes out. Well, unless it happens to come out during our vacation time, then it's going to have to wait until my whatever I do. Might be a bumper crop of Object Roundups when we get back from vacation. We'll have to wait and see. Also, one of the BFDII tour posters is up now. It's there. I know you can't really see the characters on it, but that is one of the posters that we did get back from the hotel that we left behind. One of the other ones, the autographed one, is on the kiddos wall, and there's a third one which I haven't got a frame for yet. I want to frame them all. They're nice mementos, right? And I want to make sure we look after them. That was pretty much it for the intro. Just wanted to say the big thank you to everybody for the turnout on the last one, and yeah, it made me feel really good. You know, it motivates me to keep doing it. Not that I need much motivation. I look forward to this all week now. I love spending all week just picking apart things that people post, episodes of things that come out, like teasers for things. Absolutely love it. I love building it all up during the week, and then boom, just information time in the Roundup episode. It's great. I love it. I am having a ball. So don't expect this to go away anytime soon. Sorry, everybody. But we have a few cool things to talk about there. A couple of new episodes of things to talk about, including like a show that we just started watching as well. Me and the kiddo just keep adding things to that collection, you know. But we'll start off with Centrifuger, who 15,000 subscribers this week. Big congrats, Sentry. Totally deserves it. Ongoing support. Tripwire is fantastic. Absolutely, like loving the work that Sentry's done so far. So long may this support continue. And when Tripwire 2 lands, that number's just going to keep on going up, I'm telling you. We also actually have an update from the Sentry and Malkit shared universe that they kind of had going on with Sacrificially Solitary. But Sentry did share this post. It's not one day ago. It's a few days ago now. Tripwire and Sacrificially Solitary are now only loosely connected. It's not like they were going to be a lot more intertwined the way they were talking. But now it's just references and foreshadowing will be present in both respective shows, but they will no longer share a canon universe together. So it's kind of a split, but not. They're going to share a couple of little bits and pieces here and there. But on the whole, the big shared universe is not going forwards. I mean, I respect any decisions that they make on this. It was a cool idea, but I imagine that they probably thought, look, let's keep our shows like separate things. Let's try not to smash too many things into one here, and let's keep Tripwire over here and Sacrificially Solitary over there, which is totally fine as well. They're both great, and they both totally deserve their own spotlights. So good on them for coming to that decision before it got too far in. Because if they'd done the shared universe and they'd done a few episodes where there's like these little connections and then they decided to split it, it would have kind of spoiled some of the continuity, right? And it would have destroyed some of the timeline. So fair play to them. I'm looking forward to where both shows go either way, whether they were interconnected or not. So cool. We'll see what happens there. We also actually did get a Tripwire 2 update from Sentry this week. Tripwire episode 2 going to come out at the latest date of the 5th. So that's Tuesday next week. But it says probably before that. But so it could be before. Either way, exciting times. That's one thing to add to next week's list of things. Just need to finish the post credits and 2 audio files to finish up. Oh yeah, and the interloper will be there. The interloper is this. This has popped up in a couple of little things here and there, and I'm not quite sure. Very sinister looking. I like it, as if Herrick, the evil computer from Tripwire 1, wasn't bad enough. We've got Interloper lurking around now. Yes. We also did get a little bit of a snippet from what is potentially Tripwire 2, or it could just be a separate thing, because there was a few videos before Tripwire 1 came out that were just little bits and pieces of story that kind of connect to the main one. I've seen this happen before, predominantly on ITFT's channel with the Nightly Manor stuff. There was these little mini clips that tied into other Nightly Manor episodes. Like, it was stuff that was happening to the side of a certain episode. So this little clip could just be that rather than a clip from the episode, but nope. Check it out.
Hey, babe. I just wanted to call you and check in to see if you were doing alright. I know that things have been pretty tricky recently, especially with Lewis and wire study, but if I've ever done anything to upset you or make you wanna, leave it behind or leave us behind, then I'm really, really sincerely sorry. I hope you know that everyone is talking about you, and all of us are really, really worried, especially me, and I'm not really sure what I'd do if I lost you forever, honestly. So, I guess just call me back, please, if you're alright, and I'm gonna catch the nearest train to yours tomorrow morning, so if anything's happened, just hang in tight.
So that scene was set in the same room where Cooper was sat on the couch during Catabasis Tripwire episode 1. So someone was trying to call Cooper. Maybe someone was trying to call I don't know who that device is on the couch, but their screen was static. I don't know who the call was for. I'm gonna assume it was a call for Cooper. I'm gonna assume that was the case. I don't know though. I don't know, but it was it was just a really good, well done, scene, just in general, right? And it's just very powerfully done for just such a little thing like that. Really, sets the tone, I guess, going into episode 2. Can't wait. We're gonna have such a fun time. Yay! But anyway, we're not even done with Centrifuge yet. No. We're still not done with Centrifuge. Posted this as well. Time to spill the beans. Alongside Tripwire, I have now started development of a sideshow named Camp Crescent Lake. Right now, we need all the help we can get. While I won't be placing this over Tripwire in importance, I am committed to getting the first episode out. Production on it will take second stage during Tripwire's development. We're looking for voice actors, animators, storyboarders, background artists, and prop/asset creators. Come help out. And there's a Discord link, which I will throw in the description, just in case anybody is interested in checking any of those positions out. I'll be honest with you, I did hop into the server just to quickly check some of the voices they needed. Don't think I fit the bill for any of them. I think I may be a little bit too on the mature side. In fact, I think I'm a little bit too on the mature side for most flippin' roles these days. But hey, if you ever need a British guy and Zany Leaves isn't available, I'm here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't take any work off you, jeez. Okay, time to dive into the first little episode summary of the video. Spoiler alert. Clearly, I'm going to be talking about a full episode of a show here, so if you haven't watched this show, time to skip on to the next chapter. Okay? Okay, so let's talk about another new show that me and the kiddo started watching this week. I say started, there's only one episode so far, so we watched it. We watched the entirety of it as it exists at the moment. And it's Wish on a Star by Chalkbunny. Now, this is one of those things where the YouTube algorithm now is starting to actually kick in and show me things that I'm like, oh, you actually do understand what I'm looking for. But at the same time, please stop. I can only do so much at a time, you know. But anyway, Wish on a Star episode 1 just kept popping up on my recommendeds all the time, and we were like, look, let's just dive in. Let's just watch it. I've got to say, it's off to a pretty good start. We really enjoyed episode 1. Really, really enjoyed it. So it starts off kind of standard, introduces us to all of the characters. One of them, Toy Boat, they're tired of the same thing day in, day out. It's all boring, and they wish for something different.
It just gets a little repetitive around here, you know? Same people, same conversations, same fights. I just wish for something to change around here.
And that wish seemingly brings Star down to their planet along with co-host Moon. I'm going to assume that's the co-host because they weren't there before. And they offer to grant a wish to someone. Now, the premise is already there. The object show contest premise is already there. We got a kooky host who is not afraid to kill people for no readily apparent reason. They're offering something, a prize, and everybody's kind of like, oh, okay, sure, why not? Object show tropes galore, and I'm not complaining. I love them. I absolutely love them. It's great. I do like it when object shows do something a little bit different and goes a little bit away from that kind of standard. But when there is a show and it's just that kind of thing, it's like, I'll watch it. If you've got engaging characters and a loopy doopy host, I will watch it. So anywho, the contest begins. Also, how BFB is that intro, by the way? I love it. So good. Very fun. Anyway, then the contestants do the usual thing as well. They make teams. We've got Shelf Control, Girl World, the Rookies, Blue Crew to me, because it started off with a couple of the blue characters wanting to build up a team of just blue contestants. But this character, Rook, well, we'll talk more about Rook later on, but everybody kind of went with Rookies because they all love Rook so much. Getting loser from BFTI vibes. And we got Mango's team, Rainbow Friends, and both of them. Now, I've only shown pictures of the teams, but I'll have to show you the clip of how both of them's name came about. Because it makes me giggle every time. And as I was looking through the episode again, it made me giggle again. And then I pulled the clip and it made me giggle again. So now you have to see it.
Mango's team, it's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Then why don't we just think of something better?
I'd like to see you try, hothead.
I don't know, what's better than a mango?
An apple!
Team Apple.
I can do better. We should be a robots team.
Those two are perfect. But which to choose?
Why not both?
Yeah, we can be both of them.
All right, it kills me. It really does. It's so funny. I love it. I just love silly humor. It's just me. It's just me in a nutshell, really. Anywho, the first challenge is to fill a jar, and you've got to completely fill the line, completely cover the line at the top of the jar. So it's a standard thing. All the teams have different ideas. Like fill the jar up with water. One team fills it up with satanic goop juice. You're going to have to watch the episode. And anyway, they all have these ideas. Another team's idea is to just fill the jar up with dirt, get digging. But the most interesting one for me was the Rookies. So Rook's team. So Rook's idea, not even idea, Rook's theory is that the jar's already full of air. Therefore, we have already beaten the challenge. Everybody just goes along with that, except for Tab, who rapidly became my favorite character as the episode went on, by the way. And Tab took it upon themselves to just complete the challenge without the rest of the team. It's just like, whatever. If you're not going to do it, I'll do it.
Okay, Rook, what's our plan?
Well, why are you only asking him?
Because Rook is a genius.
Yeah, if you rub his lamp, you'll get 3 wishes.
We have no need to worry about filling our jar, for it is already filled with air.
Yeah, I don't think that's what...
Brilliant!
Okay, know-it-all. If that's true, why didn't Star say that we're safe yet?
Because that would give away the secret strategy to the other teams.
Ugh.
You're so smart,
yeah, that makes
Rook.
sense. Think, Tab, think!
Okay, I'm just gonna find other things to fill our jar with, because the rest of you are actually stupid.
Tab, what are you doing? You're gonna push all the air out of our jar!
I'm sure they're just confused is all.
I'm not confused. I'm doing the challenge.
Well, stop it!
Rook, do something.
It's out of our hands. Just like you and me, Tab is as free as a bird.
Bird?
Ha! Looks like you're all out of boxes. Don't worry, Tab. At least you gave it your best shot.
The rookies are safe.
All in a hard day's work. Good job, team.
So yeah, good on Tab for taking the initiative. Unfortunately, of course, everybody still rallied around Rook afterwards as if it was Rook's fantastic work that did that. So that's an interesting dynamic. Out of all the teams, like I love all the characters. I love all of them so much. But this was the most interesting team dynamic I felt out of all of them. So this is something to keep an eye on, how Tab and the rest of the team are going to interact. Yeah, your best shot, who wanted to call the team the Blue Crew, possibly, and Tab, your best shot and Tab might form some kind of alliance within the team, perhaps. Well, I don't know. It would be interesting to see. I think that's the team to keep an eye on. But anyway, they were safe because of Tab's work, and then it came down to the last 2, but unfortunately, Rainbow Friends are up for elimination, which is a shame because I like, well, the majority of them. There's 2 I wouldn't be super sad about going out. See if you can guess. I wonder which 2 you think I wouldn't mind seeing the back of. I don't know if you could tell that this early into my object show video output, but either way, it's a fantastic show. Really worth watching. Definitely recommended by me. If you haven't watched it yet, give it a shot. Super fun. Chalkbunny and the team have done an awesome job, and I'm really excited to see where the story goes from here. One thing I did forget to mention is there was another character called Christmas Mug who basically just told Starny at the beginning of the episode that they didn't believe in magic. And then this happened.
I'll make you a believer.
So yeah, we don't know where Christmas Mug is, but they're not a contestant. But that's another thing to keep an eye on. That's another side story. Probably is Christmas Mug trying to figure out where they are and getting back. It's going to be something that's probably, I imagine, is going to pop up. Or maybe that's where the eliminated contestants get sent. That's an interesting possibility as well. It's also worth bearing in mind that one of the contestants is actually a recovery center, a sentient recovery center. So what happens if they get eliminated? They'd have to always make some exception to keep them around, at least, to recover dead characters, I would assume. Anyway, that's another interesting thing to think about. It was really good. And it also had a really fun post-credits clip, too, featuring Tab again. See, this is why Tab became my favourite character. Tab had some awesome scenes.
Good job today, team. Good job today, wow. Oh, wow. Probably should have asked them to pull me out of here.
So yeah, that wraps up the Wish on a Star update. Really fun. Go check it out. All right, we got a little update from derpadon as well this week. It's time for its second anniversary, second birthday, second 2 years of its time for which considering, like, it's one of those things, these milestones, it's a shame that it took me so long to fall into the OSC, because this would have been so cool if I'd been around a few years ago, because this would have been like, oh wow, it's been 2 years since that first episode came out, really? I'm happy for everybody, though, who has been there from the start, and it's super cool to see creators just get started on something like this, stick with it, and just really run with it. It's one of the things that really, really just makes me go, about this whole thing, is the fact that some of these people have been doing it for more than 10 years in some instances, right? Maybe 5 and a bit years, and it's time for the 2 years, and then there's still new stuff coming. There's still new stuff happening. It's just exciting. There's a lot of activity. And I think it's amazing because it's a lot of activity and a lot of creativity and a lot of awesome people who do awesome things. So, happy second anniversary. It's time for here's to many more of these. Okay, it's time to move on to Object Invasion Episode 5 from FusionAnimations. I'll do the same thing again as I did for the Wish on a Star intro. This will have spoilers in it. We're discussing the episode. We're discussing what happens in the episode. It's time to skip to the next chapter if you haven't got around to watching it yet. And if you haven't watched any of Object Invasion yet, get on it. Get to Fusion's channel, get subscribed, and watch them. Because they're really good, and they're very fun. I did want to start off, though, by just appreciating the effort that Fusion puts into the build-up to episodes coming out. Like, really, really love the countdown teasers that Fusion does. It's like you get a slow build-up, right? You've got 3 days, and then you've got 2 days, and then you've got tomorrow. You know? It's very good, and I am a big fan of it. Fusion puts that extra effort into doing this, and I really enjoy it. It's just really cool. It's a simple little thing, but it just makes it a little bit more, and it makes sure it doesn't drop off your radar, right? People like me whose memory is terrible. It's really good, and I appreciate it. So yeah, Object Invasion Episode 5. So we see all the characters on the bus that left at the end of Episode 4, and we have a fantastic start. We have a jelly bean and candy moment at the start. I love those two so much. I could just watch a show with those two in it.
I hope we're still on the same team. Me too. If we're split, do you think the alliance is done? No, I don't want this to change anything. You and I were this close. I need to get them redone soon.
And then after that, we find out that it's a Battle Royale challenge, which is kind of... I mean, the trailer we watched last week did kind of hint that was what it was going to be, but still made me feel good. I was like, hey, I was right. It's a Battle Royale. It's funny because everyone was like, Fortnite. And I get it, but I can't see that kind of format without thinking of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I guess I'm aging myself, but I mean, Fortnite's been around for a while now as well, hasn't it? But I just thought of that straight away. But anyway, it's a Battle Royale challenge, and who knows what kind of chaos was going to be coming our way. Also, iPad split everybody up and put everybody in new teams. So we've got a bunch of new teams now. We've got Team Storm, Team Heatwave, Team Avocado, and Team Mango. So yeah, that was the new teams. Candy and Jelly Bean got separated just after they were on the bus and that talking about whether they were going to be on different teams, and it turns out, yep, they are. And then, before anyone had a chance to really do anything else, Battle Royale it is. Boom. Kicked out of the bus. And down they go to start the Battle Royale. Now, straight away, also in the little teaser trailer we did see Lamp running down the hill and getting the gun and stuff. Surprise, surprise, Lamp is being a jerk. What a shocker, huh? What an absolute surprise. He punches Slingshot's head off, although Slingshot was threatening him, to be fair. But at the end of the day, that's your own teammate, you know. You punched Slingshot's head off, had a giggle about it, because it's Lamp. And then as the other teams were coming down, Tuna...
It's WOW!
Sorry, wow. loses Orange Juice's bloody self-help motivational book. And that really winds Tuna up. Sorry. Wow. I'm going to call you Tuna. What are you going to do about it? But anyway, that really winds him up, and he goes on this mission to basically hunt it down. And then we start seeing some actual Battle Royale stuff. And I've got to say, the deaths in this episode are pretty rough. They're pretty rough. And now I've got to say a big thank you to Sacri for Beanshaw 7 for one, giving us this legendary clip.
Object shows are too dark!
And for introducing something brand new to the show. It's the Object Shows Are Too Dark counter. And I think we've got to bang 3 straight on it here, because check this out.
Oh, God! Oh, my...
Sorry.
Yeah, it was rough, wasn't it? That was pretty rough. I'd say Grapefruit's death is probably the roughest of the lot, that first one. That was a hard one on the eyes and the emotions. That was really yikes. But hell, that's pretty much what we got. So the episode pretty much ended after Tuna got shot. Tuna's dead. Can't get me for calling him Tuna anymore. But we did have a little bit more. There's a little bit of intrigue around Snowflakes, which is I guess it's like the network that airs Object Invasion. And like, so what are Sign and Ball up to? You know, what are they doing?
Did you bring the disguise backpack? Backpack? Then let's do this. Hey, sorry y'all. Thought it was taking kid to work day.
Now, I know they were contestants on Object Invasion, like, before the reboot happened, so it might have something to do with that, but I'm not totally sure what their angle actually is, if I'm being honest. But I'm sure we'll find out. Maybe they're trying to stop the show. You know, they're there, they're looking at the top of the tower. That's the signal tower. So maybe they're just trying to cut the signal. Actually, that makes the most sense. That actually maybe probably what it is. But it's interesting to see that little side story going on. If you've got an object show contest, you need a little side story. You just need a little side story. It's one of the things you just need to have in there. Very interested to see what's going to happen. This is the second episode of like a 3-episode arc. So the next one will be coming out this month sometime, and it'll probably wrap up the Battle Royale. There's a few things I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see if we have any interactions between Lamp and Keiki, since, you know, they used to be a thing. And if anything else happens between, if there's any run-ins with Jellybean and Candy again, because they were in the same building briefly, while Candy was just spraying everywhere with the gun. So there's obviously other intriguing little things going on. A couple of the teams have members that don't like each other. Cup and Button, for example, not exactly getting along super duper well. That's mostly on Cup's side. I think Button's just confused more than anything else as to why Cup's not a fan of him. But you know, so there's a few things to keep an eye on in episode 6, which will be coming out this month sometime. Good job, Fusion. Another fantastic episode. Fusion and the whole team, obviously. Everybody involved. Really good stuff. Really enjoying Object Invasion. Let's move on to Gag of Green. Nothing like new episode-wise specifically, but there's a pre-sale up for Cup. Just a regular old Cup. No branding whatsoever. Don't mention any brands. definitely did not go to the location in New York of this totally not a brand restaurant, fast food place. Not at all. Anyway, the pre-sales are up for this. I love this plush design. I really like it. It's very, very, very cute. I will pop a link in the description if you want to go and check out that pre-sale for yourselves. I might just heat a shill stuff. Maybe that is part of my deal. Maybe that's part of my deal. If I'm going to show this stuff and you haven't seen it yet, giving you the links makes it easier for you to get to them. So it saves you having to do more than one click. I'm just doing you a favor. Maybe costing you some money, but mostly doing you a favor. This looks awesome. This looks really cool. I might even drop a pre-order on that myself. We'll see. We'll see what the bank account looks like. I want to do a super quick update on Sacri as well. This video literally dropped just as I was getting ready to record this. So Sacri's been doing this little mini show, this little mini side show called Give Dan a Gift. I did mention it in a previous video. It's not object show specific stuff, but because Sacri is in the object show sphere, I still want to give props to any work that any object show creators make, just because it's all cool and it's still worth checking out. So Give Dan a Gift episode 5 came out, and it really started expanding the story. The first 4 episodes was kind of very simple, basic, just like, oh, this is the thing. You've got a character in a room, you have a poll at the end of the video, you can give the person in the room, Dan, one of these 3 things. This episode really branches things out a bit and opens up the story a lot more. I don't want to give anything away. But it's really interesting and the story's getting really intriguing. And I would really recommend checking it out. And it's not going to take you too long because, like, the first 4 episodes are really short, like a minute and a bit. This episode, this new one, is only 3 minutes long. So it's literally, you could bash that out super quick. Like, less than 10 minutes, you could get through all these episodes. And if you do the quick catch-up, then you can vote in the poll for episode 5 to decide what to give Dan next as a gift. I just think it's a really cool concept. I love that Sacri's taken some time to do other project stuff like that, the same as Cheesy doing Paraguay. I still don't know how I'm pronouncing that at all, but because and said that Cheesy new one has kind of object show-ish elements, but kudos to people just going and doing what they want, because at the end of the day, it's their desire, it's what they want to do, and I think Give Dan a Gift is really fun. And I am really interested to see where it's going to go from here. So check it out. You might like it. Super quick update on Snailvine now. Still beavering away on Lunchbox Kid stuff. But also did post to mention that they set up a merch store. And apparently it didn't. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but it didn't work out as intended. So there's currently a sale over there in the Snailvine store. I have done my solemn duty and bought stuff from there already. But so the Snailvine is just trying to recoup some money to help pay the artists and people who help with all of this stuff. So it's like it would just it's you're being what's the word I'm thinking of? What's the word? What is the word? Altruistic. That's the one. I knew the word was there somewhere. You're just being an altruist if you purchase this stuff. You're helping to pay artists for the hard work that they did. And you're also helping Snailvine out because it's a shame that this didn't work out the way they intended. They did say that merch going forwards will happen again, but maybe it'll be planned or put together a little bit differently. What I will say is I'm also going to pop a link to the merch store for Snailvine as well in the description. So if you want to pop and check some of the merchandise out, it's super cute. It's totally worth it. 100% worth it. So if you want to check that out, you can. Let's move on to Wuggolo now to wrap things up. And Wuggolo, well, she's been dropping a lot of teasers for the next episode as well, which is also due out this month. Object Locked Down episode 13 is what has been getting worked on. But it's interesting. Some people have kind of linked some of this stuff to Object Lock Out, which was season 2. It's one of those things where, season 2 started before season 1 had ended. And it's like a totally different the characters are the same, but they can't remember anything. And one of the characters from Object Lock Down is in that one, and they're seemingly evil now, and it's strange. So some people have said this seems a bit Object Lock Out-ish, but pretty sure it's another Object Lock Down. So we started with this teaser. We got this little hangman style thing going on. I'm not sure if that top bit there with the 3 words is the episode title. I feel like it might be the episode title. Then the new character, something something M something something something. I know what word does fit in there. Tomato. I'm sorry, I can't even say that word. I even pronounce it the American way now, thanks to Pin in BFDI here. But anyway, that does fit. It could be a bajillion things. It's just the first thing I saw because that word is in my head now. And then we've got that which pair there, and we've got these different pairings of characters, and I'm not sure what that means by which pair. There's so many questions. I don't really know. And then we got this teaser here, which is kind of another, like a poster that's kind of under some grates, and you can't see what's exactly going on with that. But people put together what it did say better than my silly jokey suggestion, which was shoes itch OMG. And I was like, oh, you're buying some new shoes. Sensible thing to do. But no, we got the full poster eventually, and here it is. She's watching August. So some people were saying this is kind of Object Lock Out-ish because of the specific character in Object Lock Out who is watching everybody on security cameras. It's interesting. It could maybe be the start of that character's transformation into who they are in Object Lock Out. Maybe. I don't know. That's just my theory. I'm going to get rid of these pictures now because it's kind of weird that you can't see my mouth. And that's twice I've done this in this video. But I wanted to make sure you could see the things properly. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for this week. Still, like I say, there was still plenty of stuff. There was still plenty of things for us to go over there. Wish on a Star, newly added to the list. Chalkbunny added to the list of Object Show channels. That's, by the way, that's 21 now. That's 21 Object Show channels. This gets ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. I'm in danger. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much for the support you've shown me over these first few episodes. Onwards and upwards, gonna keep on doing this. We have one more episode coming out. This is my plan. This is my current plan. We have one more episode coming out before we go on holiday. So we go on holiday on the coming Thursday, but we don't fly until the evening. So the best laid plans of me are that I will I am going to record a new video on Wednesday because I'm sure some things will be ready to be talked about by Wednesday. I think we might have 4 episodes of things to talk about. If one of my theories is correct about the BFDI and II episodes, if that's right, which it probably will be. They'll probably do the same. I'll be surprised if they didn't. So that could be a lot to go over. So that could be a beefy video on Wednesday if we've got 4 whole episodes of stuff to talk about. So I think that will be more than enough for us to go over before we go away. But then while we're away, I won't be able to get any episodes done because I won't have the tech with me. I'll have a laptop with me, but that thing is a hunk of junk, and I would not trust it to record videos anywhere near what these look like. So we come back on the 24th of August, so we'll have missed a good chunk of time, and there will be some things come out, but hopefully Wednesday's episode gets a lot of stuff covered, and then hopefully things aren't too bonkers when we're away. Listen, I just need all of the Object Show creators to just stick a pin in everything until we're back. That would be perfect. That would be ideal. Just wait until Mikey's back from holiday. Please? No? That was worth asking, I suppose. But what might happen the week we come back is I might squirrel away, see what's happened, because I'm still going to keep an eye on things while I'm away. I'm still going to have an internet connection, so I'll be keeping an eye on things. I will still post stuff now and again, so there'll be posts here on the channel. Maybe a couple of shorts, perhaps. I'm not totally sure. Maybe just a couple of videos of us out and about when we're away. But I'll try and post stuff. I'll keep sharing posts from creators like I do at the moment, and so I'll still be I'll be around. There just won't be any big videos. Well, there won't be any videos. But when I get back, I'll get cracking and start putting things together from when we were away. There might be some things that might not be relevant by the time I get back, because someone might post a teaser for something, and then the episode could come out by the time we're back. So I might not have too much to put together. We'll see. But we will go over stuff. It might end up being 2 episodes in a week when we get back. It depends how much stuff there is to go over, because I don't know what everybody's schedules are yet. So we'll see. If there's a lot to go over, it could be 1 episode on Wednesday that week we get back, and then 1 episode on the Saturday. I don't want to do all in one, because it might end up being way too long, and I already yap way more than I probably should. So I'd hate to try and squeeze everything into less than 2 hours if there's loads of stuff to talk about. Either way, don't you worry, Object Show Roundup will continue. It's just, we got this holiday coming, and it's overdue. I haven't been back home for 3 years, so it's just going to be nice to go back and visit. And like I said, there is still 1 more episode next week. It's just going to be an early one. It's going to be Thursday, not Saturday next week. Thursday, not Saturday. Thursday, not Saturday. Okay, don't pop over here on Saturday and then go, where's the episode? You'll still find it, because it'll be the last thing that's uploaded. But just be here on Thursday instead, because then you can see it before everybody else does. And that's probably the sensible thing to do. Okay, that's it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm going to stop waffling now, because this is what I end up doing. I don't know how to end videos. I'm just terrible at doing it. I hate to say goodbye. I'm really bad at doing it. But I'll do my best to. Thank you for being here, everybody. Really appreciate you all. And love and appreciate all of you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week for the last episode of Object Show Roundup before Mikey goes on holiday. Toodaloo. Keep watching Object Shows. And tell me if you see any cool ones that you think I should watch. Nearly forgot to mention that. Not that I can really get them watched anytime super soon, but I could bank them. I can bank them for later. Okay, now I'll shut up. Bye.